So this question, Jake, it really tells the kind of person you are. So if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I don't know. I feel like I always say speed just so I can run around the world. Maybe we'll go back if I run the opposite way fast enough. I don't know.
You want to live something twice.
Yeah, maybe.
That says a lot about someone. I thought you were going to say like invisibility so you could sneak into somewhere you shouldn't, but I'm glad you didn't. I would say fly because I just want to be up in the sky. I just want to soar and free travel.
It's gonna be a little cold, but
Exactly, but hey, I'll be up there. Anyways, welcome to Share Your Scare. We talk to real people and hear real stories. I'm your host, Brennan Taylor. This is my co-host, Jake Taylor.
What's up?
And today we have a legend in the making in the studio. We have on King Vader. What's up, man?
Thank you.
What's up? How you doing?
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Thanks for being here, man. Look, I see your necklace right now, your chain.
Oh, yeah.
It has Darth Vader on it, and that's where I wanted to really start this off. Like, how did you get the name King Vader? What is that all about?
I feel like, it definitely started from my love of Star Wars, and just seeing the boy Darth Vader move how he moves and just be the force that he is. It was super inspirational in a different type of way. I didn't look at him like bad guy. It was just like, this guy's interesting,
Right.
So at first I kind of started to go by Vader, because this was back in like high school. Everyone has like cool nicknames and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want a nickname, And like, I don't know how nicknames start, like the origins of them.
Right.
And it turns out you kind of have to start them yourself.
Yeah.
And then you have to get the respect for people to actually call you that name. Yeah. So I started with Vader. Then the app Vine, that came around.
Yeah.
And, we're on Vine doing the thing. And I was just, I wasn't creating content. I was just watching,
Got it.
And I saw the boy King Batch, and I'm like, I really like how he is, how he's moving, how he's consistently posting. It's him and his friends. I really was like, he's moving how a king moves, and I was like, that's kind of how I want to move through social media. So I was like, if he could be King Batch, then I could be King Vader. And here we are.
That's pretty
I
cool.
like it.
I never had a nickname, Jake. Have you ever had a
No,
nickname?
I never had a nickname.
I wish I had a nickname. I don't even know what my nickname would be. I feel like people would just call me B for Brennan. I'm like, that ain't even a nickname. That's just you being lazy and can't say my own name. You got on Vine like towards the end though, right?
Yeah, it was more towards like the last like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But like, the second I hopped on, I really found my niche, and I really started to figure out what was different about me.
Yeah.
And the second I found that out, that's when I actually started to really gain in followers and stuff like that. And then I got up to a peak, which was 500K, So I'm thinking I'm on top of the world. I'm like, okay, like we out here,
Yeah.
Like it can't get bigger than this. And then Vine was like, yeah, so we're shutting down in 2 months. And I was like,
Damn, yeah.
oh, y'all gonna do this to me? That's crazy. So basically the app shut down and I had to make a decision. I can either stop creating content or I can continue because the goal I have is bigger than social media.
Yeah.
So, I kept pushing. I went to YouTube, Instagram, and I just kept that mindset that I had on Vine and applied it to what I do today. So.
Yeah. What when you were on Vine, was it like the same? I think it was the same time when like Dope Island and Meech on Mars were
Kenny
blowing up,
Knox,
right? Kenny
Lennar,
Knox,
Caleb City.
Exactly. So, because I was on Vine too, but I was the generation like before, kind of in a way. Like,
Okay.
I was on there since like 2015. Got a big following. Got up to like 1.7 before they closed it off and they said it was done. But I remember when all you guys hopped on, like you guys really just. Because at that point, when it was starting to end, we all knew it. Like, we all started kind of giving up. You notice a lot of Viners at the time gave up on the app.
A lot of people just were leaving.
Yeah, but then your crew came in and just took over the whole app.
It was honestly, and the reason that we was able to do that was to see the people before. You know what I'm saying? You guys are like the inspiration that pushed all the new creators to like really go in, because we was like, we're, like I said, it was a decision between being a watcher and then a creator. And that was the decision, like, okay, like I wanna make stuff now. Right. So then once we hopped on, it was just like, like we have to push really hard, but we also have to be very different.
Yeah.
And, we worked and we did really good, but it just, it wasn't enough. And then
I know, isn't that crazy, man? Vine was such an iconic thing. People still talk about Vine.
They bring Vines onto TikTok.
I know. What do you think about the whole new TikTok era and like the people that are like popping on TikTok? And what's your whole thoughts about it?
I think TikTok is a very a very powerful app and resource right now. I feel like if you're a creator and you don't have like a following or anything, you have one of the biggest opportunities to gain a following overnight, over a month. Honestly, if you really are serious about this, it's like TikTok is giving people the same opportunities that Vine was giving creators when we was back, you know. So it's like, you know, when I see my friends or people and they're like, oh, like I want to, you know, do this and I want to do that. It's like, all right, do you have a TikTok? Oh, nah, I ain't download it because what? You know, like you want to create content, TikTok's the best place to post it right now. And another thing about TikTok, it's not just like, oh, you have to post this type of content and this is the only thing that blows up. TikTok allows people's content from all different genres doing all different things. So really, you just have to hop on TikTok and be yourself. And I feel like that's the only app right now really blowing up with that type of mindset. So I think all people who want to create in this world definitely need to download TikTok and get it popping.
Yeah, 100%. I also think like TikTok's kind of like Dr. Phil, like making stupid people famous. You heard about the girl that put Gorilla Glue in her hair?
Yeah,
like that girl's, she's verified on Instagram. Okay, so this girl, she pretty much like was looking for her hairspray, I think, to put her hair down, and she grabbed Gorilla Glue spray, put it in her hair, and her hair's been like stuck like that for like a couple months now. And
I didn't know Gorilla Glue came in spray.
Yeah,
so
me either. That's new to me.
When I saw the video, I was like, you know, God be with you. And,
yeah. I mean, now she's trying to sue Gorilla Glue. She's all over TMZ. God. I think she has like 500K on Instagram and verified now.
Yeah, she verified.
And like, people like,
you know
I know she did it.
Game right. You know?
Yeah, she's doing it. Honestly, you know, play her cards right, and you never know what can happen. It's just, I feel like she would have never knew that she'd be verified for the girl who got glue stuck in her hair.
Well, dude, if you think about it, do you guys remember that one chick who blew up because she licked the toilet seat in the plane? Like she blew up right in the beginning of COVID because they do make dumb people famous, but that's not to say that you can blow up and not be dumb, because a lot of people do it and make careers out of it.
I definitely, you know, because there's a lot of people who have that mindset, like not to say like the Gorilla Glue, that could have been a genuine mistake.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know, there's people who literally go out onto TikTok because they know doing reckless stuff is going to get them the views and stuff like that. My big thing against that is that, you know, you're not really thinking about long term.
Yeah.
You know, you're really just worried about the views, the followers, the comments, the interaction right now.
Yeah.
But it's like you should be able 5 years from now to look back at the stuff that you created and actually be happy and proud.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like those people, they're just doing it for the now. And then when they get to a point, they're going to be very like disappointed that they even did it.
Yeah.
So.
And then, I mean, there's people like the person that just got shot and killed. He was a YouTuber. He went, did you hear about that?
I don't think so.
I forgot where it was, but he was doing a prank video with a fake butcher knife, like walking up to people outside of a trampoline park place. A 23-year-old guy pulled a gun and shot him, claimed self-defense, didn't get arrested for it or anything like that, and YouTuber is dead from it. So it's like crazy. People are out there being reckless, doing crazy things for the views.
Well, there was another one where this guy, and literally his a guy and a girlfriend, they had a channel together, and they wanted to break the barriers. So he said, shoot me with a Desert Eagle while I hold an encyclopedia. He already tested it supposedly, and that the bullet wouldn't go through the encyclopedia, but when his girlfriend shot him, it went through and killed him. So she killed her own boyfriend, got charged from it, and like the video never came out, obviously, because he died in it. But like, it's like people do stupid stuff to get famous, and I mean, I guess do what you need to do, but it's like I would never do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, don't put your life or anyone else's life in danger, and definitely don't walk around doing a knife prank on people.
Yeah, that just sounds like a bad idea before it even happened.
You don't know how people are going to react.
Yeah,
100%. So you grew up in Chicago, right? How was growing up out there?
So I was born in Chicago, but I was raised in Maryland. So like, you know, most of my true growth happened in Maryland and the DMV. Being in Maryland was, you know, very, very a fun time. You know, a lot of my closest friends I made in Maryland, and you know, I go back every couple of months or so. Like, you know, I don't like to just go back empty-handed. I want to go back and do something. Like, I want to go back and present like a film I'm working on, or a Netflix collaboration or whatever. So it's like I just want to come back and show the people, like, I'm doing what I said I was going to do when I left.
Yeah.
So like, you know, all in all, I feel like Maryland is the reason that I am the way I am. Right. And, you know, I always appreciate where I started. You know, that's why, like, even on my Instagram, TikTok, no matter what social media platform I'm on, I would never delete my past, like my old videos.
Really?
A lot of people do it because it's like a professional look. But for me, like, I really want to show people where I came from so they can see where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, and also it also gives inspiration to me because I get to see the difference in what I'm doing now. I get to see the video I just made and like, okay, let me see what I did 5 years ago. You know, I get a good laugh and then, you know, I keep it going.
Yeah.
So as a creator, like, what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself like a writer, a director? Like, how would you categorize yourself?
Your content.
Yeah, the content that you make.
I mean, at this point, I'm definitely I'm in this directing, acting, and writing mood, and I also edit. So it's like I feel like I've been doing this for a while now. Like I feel like even when I was on Vine, you know, I've always inspired to like direct and do longer form content. But it was like being on Vine restricted me for you know doing that. You know, because it was like my mind was focused on creating 6-second content. But like my manager, Writer Boy, how he explains it was that we was really taking long form content and smushing it down to 6 seconds. So once Vine was no more, I felt like it was like a barrier, you know, like I was released, like I could actually do more. So you know, I went to YouTube and just started to post longer content, bigger content, more challenging content, hop into different genres like horror, and that was interesting. And I feel like just because I experimented and took a risk and did those things, it just brought me different type of opportunities where I was able to showcase what I actually can do. So, director, actor, writer, editor, and everything in between.
That's awesome.
Are you all self-taught? Did you go to school for this?
Yes, so I am self-taught. I was in school for a bit, and then it was something that kind of clicked. Like I was just like, this isn't for me, at least not right now. You know, like I feel like I need to be chasing this goal that I've set every single day. And right now I feel like I'm kind of on pause, which like it's understandable. You know, like you take your pause and you build on your skills behind the curtains, you know, and then once you hit the light, you know, you show people what you can do. But like I was really concerned with like I can't wait. I've always felt like I never had enough time. So it's like there's just a point where I was like, I'm just gonna chase it, you know, like I'm not about to be in school right now. Like so I just went after it, I chased it, and you know, we've been in a lot of different rooms with a lot of people that, you know, I would have never imagined doing when I was like at school. So
yeah,
you know.
I think that's like the same thing that happened to me. I was self-taught photographer, videographer, and when I got to college and I was taking these classes, you know how you take like beginning to photo, beginning to this, and I was just kind of bored in these classes that it made me not even want to go to them. You know, they'd be like, go take a picture of a stranger, but I was already doing that, trying to take pictures of models, you know? Exactly. So like when I was coming in from my classes, I was showing these like photos of beautiful models and like, did you meet that girl on like a stranger? And I was like, well, kind of. I met her on Instagram and we met up and shot, you know? So that kind of deterred me from going to school because I just felt like I was very bored with it.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the same thing that for a lot of creatives, you know, they're like, they want to go chase their goals. What would you tell people, you know, like someone who's in school right now, but, you know, maybe or their parents want them to stay in school? That's a big thing. It's like the people's parents want them to be in school, but like us as creatives, like it's hard, you know, because we can always go back to school. That's how I saw it. Like you can't always go back to the position you're in now.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'll definitely say, you know, it's really up to the individual. You know, like I feel like if they feel that they need to be in school, then, you know, that's what they need to do. But if they feel like, you know, that they're ready, you know, to drop a 9 to 5 to get a 24/7, because that's exactly what you're going to be doing, then 100% do it. You know, you can't be scared to take that leap of faith. Right. You know, I feel like our parents have a lot. It's not doubt. It's just that they want to protect us. You know, they want to see the best for us. You know, because maybe they had dreams, but they wasn't able to accomplish them. You know, and to see your kid say like, "Oh, I want to do this," it's like it almost sounds unrealistic. Right. But to me, I feel like the word unrealistic is unrealistic. So like, you kind of just have to trust in yourself, and one of the biggest advice I can give to anyone is like just to start. Like I feel like if I didn't put my foot down, hop on Vine, and actually start, I would just be the person who thought about it, or
Right.
who was like, oh, well, I could have,
Yeah.
like anyone can, but it's about like actually doing, and that's
yeah.
the difference. So like my advice to anyone is just to start.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of just answered the question I'm gonna ask now, but dealing with like camera equipment, I feel like a lot of people kind of feel like they can't create certain things because like the quality is not there, or they don't have like the lighting and stuff like that. Like, did you ever feel like you were kind of stuck because you couldn't afford, or you didn't have access to like these top of the line cameras?
Yeah, you see a Marvel movie and it's like, yeah, I want to make movies like that, but it's like it takes time to get to Marvel standards. You have to. It's a lot of trial and error to even get into a position like that. Like I had to start with an iPod, I believe, and then I got my first like camera. It was like a T3i something, a Canon. So it was like, you really have to. It's a building process, and people have iPhones that shoot in 4K. So honestly, there's no excuse. You can make a whole film on your iPhone, and there's movies out here filmed on iPhones.
Yeah.
So it's like I would say, like, even if you have a 9 to 5 and say you want to do filming or creation, or you want to do music, you should be taking part of your check and placing that into what your craft is. Like self-investment is a huge part of this,
Yeah.
And I feel like I learned that early. Like I was taking the money that, I got when I was on Vine, and all I did was take the money and put it back into what I was doing to produce better and bigger Vines. And that was just like my whole thing. And that's how I work now. It's just like I want to be bigger. I want to do better. So it's like I have to invest into what I believe in.
Right.
So I feel like you can't start at the Red Dragons or the Aries. You got to start small with the iPhones and get you that Sony, and you build it up.
Exactly. And we were watching some of your videos last night, especially the It parody. Great stuff. Like, what is your budget usually when you're making these videos?
I feel like each budget depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. Because everything we budget is, it's self-funded by us.
Yeah.
So it's like a project like that could have came up to like somewhere around like 8K, 10K, you know what I'm saying? And that's on like location, my amazing cameraman, just a lot of moving parts to make that happen, like makeup artists and locations. Like it was a lot. But Don't Disrespect Halloween Part 4 is honestly like my favorite project right now. Like out of everything I've done, that's like probably like in my top 3. I love that one so much.
That's crazy. So you're literally investing 8 to 10K, like roughly around there. Like, do these videos, like, because I know, like, do these videos make that in return? Like, do you make it back, or are they sometimes, you just wipe your hands clean and just walking away from it?
So certain projects I've realized that, well, yes, in the long run, you know what I'm saying? I definitely look more long run. In the long run, I definitely make all my money back in returns. But it's like how I look at each individual project is like sometimes you have to sacrifice the check for the project, for the vision, So it's like even if I was in a position where I had to throw out that much money for something that I wasn't going to get in return, but I knew that this project was going to be seen in front of millions or, 100,000s or whatever, I feel like that's worth the sacrifice. You feel me? And once you get into a position like that, who knows what you can do.
100%. And how long do these videos take you to make?
So Don't Disrespect Halloween 4, we filmed that. So it was actually interesting. I think I just came back from New York. I was doing something with Comedy Central, and I landed in the beginning of October or something roughly around then. All I knew was that it was the beginning of October, and I think I had until Halloween to make this 40-minute project.
Wow.
And shoot it all, edit it all, get the special effects on it.
Damn.
And we dropped it on Halloween. So
how big is your team?
We have a huge team. So I have a team called Wolf Graphic, and that's Wolf Graphic Films. That's usually the logo you see before most of my videos. And it's a big team. Besides that, Rider Boy, that's my manager. He has agencies and Rider Boy Films. So when it comes to bigger projects like Netflix streams, we'll bring us together, and that's like a huge team. And I feel like when with my team with Graphic, these are people that started with me back in Maryland, and now we're doing like bigger things now. So it's like these are people that I've been able to trust from the beginning, and now it's like since we've been doing this for so long, trial and error, we're able to adjust to be in so many different positions in front of the camera and behind. So it's like with my team, there's always someone to fill in a position somewhere. So that's really cool.
That's really dope. And then on your Netflix Dreams show, it's on the Netflix YouTube channel, right?
Yep.
What is that? That must have been pretty that's like next step to Netflix. Next you're gonna have a show on Netflix. Like that's probably pretty big. When you got the news that you were doing that, what was that like?
Man, it was. I was honestly speechless. Like I've never been to the Netflix building, and like walking up just gave me goosebumps. Walking inside, seeing all the awards and all the plaques, and I'm just like, I'm really like here, you know? And then to have the conversation, to have the meeting, and we just had a conversation, like like let's do something together, let's figure something out. And we came across Netflix streams, and it's kind of like in a sense what I'm doing on my YouTube channel, but now being able to do it for Netflix originals, recreating their originals in my vision. And I think it's super dope. I get to be super ambitious. I definitely love the fact that I get to show the range that we have, First it was Don't Disrespect Halloween, then it was Netflix Dreams episode 1, and then it was Netflix Dreams episode 2. And this is in the span from October to January. And these are all like over 30, 40-minute projects. Damn. So
you're staying busy, huh?
Oh yeah.
How do you manage to not get overwhelmed? Like I'm trying to do a couple things, and I'm like, how the hell am I doing this on?
An assistant, you know what I'm saying? I got me an assistant now.
Damn.
It helps me.
Yeah, I need to get one of them.
You see, before, I mean, I've always been like a one-man army, when it comes to just my personal business, besides like my manager, Rider Boy. But over time, I've realized that it's like it's not going to slow down. It's only going to speed up. So it's like I can't slow down. I have to find a way for me to speed up with it. So like I've learned that, I've had to learn over time, like I cannot do everything by myself. No one man can make it or to do anything by himself. Like a team is needed in this path. So like it started with, getting an assistant, and, he's been helping me just like with scheduling. I've learned that scheduling is a huge part to making a lot of things happen. Like a lot of people don't schedule out their weeks, you feel me? But now it's that point where we got to schedule out our months. So like, we already got the next 2 months planned, and hopefully by next year, I'm doing stuff for like my boy Jordan Bentley. Shout out to you, owner Hypeland. I see you. He schedules out his years, and to me that's like insane. Like
that's insane.
We're just having a meeting, we're just talking. He like, yeah, man, like let me show you what I got going on for 2021. I'm like, what? We still in 2020? Like what you talking about? So he just showed me like everything, and I'm just like, man, like it's so inspirational, But it takes time to get to that. So that's why I'm baby stepping it. So.
That's inspiring me, man. I don't even have tomorrow planned, man.
Oh yeah, his schedule's
my
all
schedule's messed
up,
but like I'm one of those people that I can't like stick to a schedule because I don't know what happens last minute, and I'm always down for some last minute stuff. So
last minute stuff is tight.
And I like to just like I feel like I have my brother on my team, and my mom helps me out. She's like my manager as well. So like I have like a little team, but at the same time, like I like being very independent and just doing things on my own. Like I really did build my whole YouTube channel, like just vlogging and stuff like that.
That's really dope.
So it was like I like doing it on my own. So that's why I haven't hired an assistant, because I try to fill all the shoes myself, but it is overwhelming.
It gets overwhelming, and you have to realize that you are like the head of this machine, this train. You feel me? And it's like if you break down, everything behind you. So it's like just getting those pieces just helps it flow.
I saw a TikTok about it, but I also feel like you hit a wall in any type of business that you do. Like once you get to a certain level, like even if you are, I don't know, like what was I going to say? Like a contractor or doing someone's laundry, and you get to the point where now you own the laundry business, you can't always still be doing the laundry because now you own the business. So you're not really like, you're going to hit this wall where you just like get stuck and you can't progress to it. And that's kind of how like we are right now, is like we kind of just need to be like, okay, I don't need to answer my own emails. You can hire someone else to answer that so it can free up some time for us to create more stuff.
No, trust, I'm definitely in that loop too, because it's like going back from Vine, literally every single email I got, I'm on it. I'm like, okay, I'm lit. This is tough. Yeah. And now it's at a point where it's like we get so many emails and so much is happening that it's like not only I have to pay attention to that while also like figuring out like my daily, while also editing, while also writing scripts. So it's like, you know, now it's at a point where it's like I might have to get someone to answer my emails. You know, so who knows? How
do you balance like a personal life with a life that you have so busy and so on the go? How do you like focus on just your personal life, friends, girlfriend, whatever you're into? I don't know, you know, like how do you focus on all of that
like going
and still,
to the gym,
still manage to, you know, be filming these 40-minute things for a month straight,
and then editing
it? Like that's a lot. Like I'm like, damn, I'm stressed out. I'm stressed, man. I'm sweating. I'm like, oh god,
I'm dripping over.
Like, how does he do it?
With the whole personal, you know, I feel like everything has its time and everything has its moment. So, you know, I definitely feel like my friends are what kind of keep me grounded in all of this. My friends and my family, they keep me grounded, you know, with all this chaos and stuff happening. So I definitely feel like, you know, one of my getaways is like hopping on the game or just hopping on Discord and, you know, just, you know, Call of Duty with the boys, where we dropping, where we landing, you know.
Sir.
So it's like
That's what I'm talking about.
Video games is kind of like my big escape, you know. I have a trainer now, so my mornings start with working out, so that's that. And you know, I just, you know, I feel like the people I surround myself with are like-minded, so it's like we're always talking about business, we're always talking about what's the next thing we're doing, so and then we can just have fun, you know, talk crazy, send memes about the Super Bowl, all types of crazy stuff. So,
That's sick. That's sick. Dope, man. Well, look, we're getting to that point in the podcast where we gotta ask you. It's time for you to share your scare, man. What you got?
All right. So, like I said, this scare is really scary from my perspective.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so I'm at a haunted house, you know, so that's a great start. I'm at a haunted house, and I believe this was in Philly. I'm there with my my best friend Taz. Now, you know, haunted houses, you're supposed to just walk through. You know, some people jump out. Yeah. Some people have chainsaws. Nothing's supposed to be real. No one's supposed to touch you.
Supposed to. That's the.
I think I signed the waiver. I don't know if I did, but you know, waivers need to be signed there. So, you know, so this is like the biggest haunted house I've ever been to in my entire life. It was so big that it had like levels. Oh, man. You know, it's like level 1 is like a farm, level 2 is like a hospital, level 3 is like a jail, level 4 it's like the scariest places in America.
It sounds like an hour-long walkthrough.
Oh, yes. You know, so you're just being traumatized for a full hour. Beautiful, right? So my scared. So this is the one thing that truly got me. Okay. The whole time I was solid, and I think there was a girl with us, so you know I had to keep it solid. You feel me? I had to keep it strong. You know, I'm 6 foot. I can't be screaming. So, you know. So we make it to level 3, the prison. Okay. You feel me?
Yes.
So we go in there. Okay, there are actors and lights are flashing, and they're convicts locked in jail cells, you know, in their own personal prisons, jails, whatever. So, you know, we're just walking, me and my boy Taz. We see one specifically in front of us. So, you know, we get hyped, you know, because he locked up and we out, you know. And we start talking our talk, you know, because they're trying to scare us, but you're trying to scare us inside the jail cell. It can't work, you know. So we're like, yeah, you know, like, what you gonna do? I'll tell you, not a damn thing. You're not about to do nothing. So, you know, we just talking our talk, and this is where all of reality just kind of broke for me. This man grabs the handlebars of the jail cell. He bends them and he steps through. The second he did that, I lost my mind. I sprinted. I sprinted forward the fastest I've ever sprinted in my life, right? So I get out of there. I run so fast I make it out of the prison, and I think I'm just outside at the checkpoint. I turn around and Taz isn't with me.
Oh no.
Taz is not with me. I'm like,
man.
no, bro. I walk back.
You went back for him.
I had
That's
to.
a real homie right
It's
there.
my best friend. I had to.
That's how you know.
I go back. Taz is curled up in the corner, and the prisoner is standing above him, still trying to scare him. And I'm like, Taz, get up. And he's like, why'd you leave me? I'm like, leave you?
It's fight or flight.
Yeah, I'm like, it was a instant decision for both. I'm like, you saw what I saw. He bent the jail cell bars. I'm like, the second he did that, we both knew we had to get out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just curl up. I honestly felt disappointed. I'm like, we were supposed to be out there together.
Yeah.
But yeah, that out of everything, that truly scared me because I really thought that the bars were metal.
Yeah.
And he heard us talking trash to him. And he was like, say less. He put his hand on the bar and he just bent them.
Man.
And then I just didn't understand what life was at the moment. I was like, I didn't know men can do that. Like I didn't know they were that powerful. Like what?
Yeah. You said third floor. I'm guessing not literal third floor because I feel like you would have just ran off and just dropped down.
I just ran straight. All I knew is I was safe.
Did you ever find out what these bars were made of?
It wasn't metal. Maybe. It might have been metal.
Or he was Hulk.
I was so scared. It was dark. And I just knew that he was there.
Wow.
And in my mind, I was like, he can't escape. And he just broke my reality on some Doctor Strange stuff. He just bent the bars. So I was truly terrified in that one moment.
That would scare me too. I honestly don't even go to these haunted house things anymore. But have you heard about the haunted houses that you could actually they could and will touch you and stuff, and you have to fight your way out of this thing?
Fight.
It's for real. That's what it feels like. I've never been in one, but I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I heard of one in San Diego or something where they make you jump from the top, from a 5th floor building into a padded thing kind of thing.
Yeah, and
someone will chase you with a knife and you have to jump off.
Yeah, and there's other one. I heard another thing where they pour all this fake blood on you and they're drowning you with this, and you have to I don't know. And there was another one where you have to get inside of a tight little coffin by yourself and shut the door. It's weird stuff. If you have claustrophobia, it's not gonna happen well for you.
I just say just stay home and watch a horror movie.
Exactly.
You don't have to live one.
Right. That's enough scares for me.
Yeah, I watch a horror movie and then I take a walk around the block and I'm scared. I'm looking around.
My friend invited me to one during last Halloween, and honestly, I was so drained from Don't Disrespect Halloween that I was like, I just don't think I want to do that because when I was writing Don't Disrespect Halloween, to get into the mood, a whole month before, all I watched was horror movies, constant horror movies. I'd be at my friend's house and they're like, let's watch an action. I'm like, we have to watch a horror movie. And they're like, why? I'm like, I cannot watch anything else besides horror right now. So by the time I filmed it, I was just in that horror mind, and I feel like it really helped me. But by the time it was over, I'm like, look,
I don't ever want to see anything scary.
The inside Don't Disrespect Halloween 4, there's this little Pennywise doll. And honestly, I don't know where I found it. It's super rare. I don't think anyone got this. It has not hit the streets yet. But anyways, I have it in my house, and we finished filming, and for some reason, I have a lot of props in my house, but it's all downstairs in my prop room. So I have the doll upstairs in my room for some reason because I'm like, this would be cool, I guess. And then weeks pass, and I'm like, I gotta get this out of here. This is weird.
Yeah.
So I put that thing downstairs immediately. It will never be in my room ever
dude,
again.
I found in a video of mine, we found an old Ouija board, right? So we kept it just because at the time we were making we made little scary videos and stuff. So we had this weird Ouija board, and I still have it, but I will not bring it in my house. It's in my garage. I don't know what to do with it because you can't just throw one away. You have to burn it or bury it or some weird
stuff.
Just
go drop it off at a neighbor's house.
I know, right? Knock on their door and then run.
Take it to Goodwill or something.
Oh man.
Just don't bring it to your house.
Yeah, man, that is something. Listen, King Vader, thank you for coming on the podcast. Where can the people find you if they don't know you right now?
You can search me at King Vader anywhere. It's finally official. I got the handle. It's mine.
There we go, man. There we go. Check him out. Check out all the awesome projects he has coming up. His stuff on his YouTube channel is absolutely awesome. It's really next level stuff.
Thank you.
And yeah, maybe if you ever need some actors in your videos,
Gotcha.
we're down. We're down to die if you ever have another horror movie.
Okay,
maybe.
for sure.
I always wanted to see myself die, Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to the Share Your Scare podcast. Again, King Vader, thank you so much for coming on. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Peace. Thanks for listening to Sus, Share Your Scare. Make sure to subscribe and check back every Wednesday for new episodes, and don't forget to tell your friends. Follow all of our social media links at shareyourscare.com. We're going to be doing tons of giveaways, but only for our most active fans. If you have a scare of your own that you want to share, leave us a voicemail. Our number is 626-275-8695. Or if you just want to shoot us an email, our email is shareyourscarepod@gmail.com, and that's spelled with a U-R. Until next Wednesday, stay sus.